God, I should have saved that burp. Okay. Eaten alive, ha, 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 ha. Eaten alive. That was a Bee Gees song, right? Okay, well, we're going back to Summer Sleaze on the Grindhouse here with a 1980 film called Eaten Alive. And I'm not talking about the one with the rubber crocodile. I'm talking about cannibals. Umberto Lenzi, Robert Kerman, Mimi Lai, Ivan Rasinoff, and Mel Ferrer in a rare slumming role. Yeah, but anyway, this is an oddball because, the whole eaten alive thing, well, every other cannibal film, when these people are usually eaten, they're fucking dead by then. But Lenzi decided to up the ante with this one and get some real grim shit in there. And not only did he do that, he basically lifted scenes from a shitload of other films, including his own, Kickstarter there, Deep River Savages. He lifted the scene where they basically killed the young native girl who turned out that was a prostitute because none of the actresses would do this scene. So he lifted that. They lifted, every cannibal film needs a dick chopping off scene, so they lifted the scene from Mountain of the Cannibal God. What else did they lift? Mimi Lai's death scene completely from Jungle Holocaust. There was something with, I'm trying to think, there was a bird and a fucking snake. And the snake was banded. I don't know if that was Mountain of the Cannibal God or not. I think, Slave of the Cannibal God, Mountain of the Cannibal God, Queen of, whatever the fuck it was. Okay. But that was lifted. The scene with the fucking python eating the monkey was lifted. There was a scene of a lizard throwing up a python. I don't know where the fuck they got that, but that's the only time I've ever seen that. Was there any other weird fucking... Yeah, there was cutting up lizards. That a lot of this shit was, weirdly, lifted from Deep River Savages because they had a lot more animal cruelty in there, too. So, and then, then this other thing was, the whole premise was there's a cult, by Jonas, Jim Jones' character, played by Ivan Rasinoff, and they decided to build their compound way in the jungle, surrounded by cannibals, because, hey, if anybody wants to leave, well, guess what? They're fucking lunch. So, anyhow, Janet Agrim is the sister to Apollo Senatori, who is a disciple, and she hires Robert Kerman to go find the sister. So they eventually do, and there's some weird shit going on, I'm telling you, because Paula Santori is actually a porno actress, too. And Jonas seduces the Janet Agrim character and basically uses a dildo dipped in fucking cobra blood on her, in her, rather. I'm not shitting you either. So then there's this whole escape attempt, and Janet and Robert, are at one spot, and then the other one basically is Jonas's henchman, this big, Sri Lankan guy, because that was shot. He basically rapes Paulo doggy style in front of everybody. Then the cannibals attack, and they grab her, and they find his head laying around. Obviously, it's him buried to his neck in sand. Yeah, right. I know, and. Then the horrible, grotesque death scene where basically they slice off Paulo's tit and start eating it. They're also slicing a guy's ear off and they're eating it. He's still alive. She's still alive. She's got a leg and an arm stuck in the sand, and there's all, blood and gore at the end of it, meat. And one guy's eating an obviously plastic fucking leg because the color's off. It's yellowish. And the other guy's eating a plastic arm, and then they kill her ass, and then the Mimi Lai thing, they tear a strip off the back of her neck, and then they flash to her, whatever the fuck that was from Jungle Holocaust, Carnivorous, Last Cannibal World, Mondo Cannibal, whatever the fuck title you want to throw on it. So, and then there's some interesting shit because, actually, when you look at these cannibals, Lenzi's cannibals are a lot, for lack of better words, less gnarly than Deodato's cannibals, which are really pretty fucking gnarly. So, Yeah, they eventually escape. A helicopter comes in, you know, they found Jonas. Jonas orders his followers to drink the fucking Kool-Aid, and which is laced with cobra venom, of course. And they all fucking die. And obviously he escapes, and Kerman was promised $80,000 to find the sister, but when they get back, they find out the bank account's been cleaned out, and nobody's seen Jonas. So that's how it ends. Pretty rough ride considering all the shit they lifted, but even rougher was if you weren't hip to this shit. And this is, I think, the Deodato one, you know, it was actually first Last Cannibal World, then it was Carnivorous, then it was Cannibal, then it was Jungle Holocaust, then it was Last Survivor. Those are all the titles that was actually theatrically released under. Eaten Alive wound up, okay, Eaten Alive, then it was Eaten Alive by Cannibals. We need a little more room on the fucking marquee for that. Then they switched the whole thing around like a few months down the road and released it as Doomed to Die. So, well, I might have seen it when it was Doomed to Die because I was with Big Al when it was Eaten Alive, and Big Al, cannibal films were a no-no, as you all know. And so me and Big Al in Kung Fu films were a fucking no-no also. So I saw that. I pretty much had to see it when it was Doomed to Die because I didn't see it with him. So with somebody else, and I can't remember what it was. But yeah, it was pretty fucked up. So it actually, I think it's out on, Severn put it out on Blu-ray. I think they just had a sale. I just picked it up. I had to relive those golden days. And there's some weird shit. There's some actually like close to hardcore sex in there, and you know, it is one of those anomalies because you actually you're in the illusion you're seeing somebody eaten alive. Regardless how cheesy that fucking looks or sounds. But anyway, that's our show for today. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in. Book's still available, so we'll catch you on the flip side.